Hello everybody, they call me News and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and the second of our deep dive series where we really drill down into an individual syndicate type and try and figure out just how much we like it. Last time out we did Assassination, which involves a whole lot of shooting people. Today we're going to look at Eco-Crime. Now the potential objectives we've got, some of them are paired up with one another because we've got Trap Kill Water Canister and we've got Electrocution Kill. We've got Trap Kill Oil Canister, and we've got Burning Kill. And then we've also got Accident Kill, Drowning Kill, and Poison Emetic, and Make Target Slip. So, yeah, very much an accident-based campaign. Although it's not to say there won't be shooting. Now, what have we got? So we've got Trap Kill Water there on Berlin, and Poison Emetic. We've got an Electrocution Kill on Hokkaido as well. And then we've also got Eliminate Guards SMG on Hawke's Bay, because why not? Why the heck not? Open Safe Explosive is an option. That's generally a good one to take, so where might we want to go based on that? That would send us to Hawke's Bay. Accident Kill could potentially be tricky on Hawke's Bay though. But then again we've got Poison Emetic, so not the end of the world. And of course it might be handy. So let's grab our usual stuff that we'll always bring. We will still bring a silenced pistol because it's never a bad idea. There's generally more equipment required for these challenges on Eco-Crime than there would be on Assassination. We'll bring a breaching charge just for the save, and then maybe we'll bring an oil canister, although let's see. Is that an illegal item to carry? I'm just thinking if we buy a gun and stick it in the briefcase, I don't think anyone will mind if we're carrying around an oil canister, so we'll bring that along just in case we can't drown a target. And that should be everything we need. I don't think we've got the space for... no. But we could bring a microtaser. Yeah, we'll bring the remote microtaser as well, just to increase our odds of an accident happening. Oh wait, did I forget to bring an SMG? I did. But... and it's fully hostile out here. Because of course it is. Now, you've got a shotgun. That's not much help for us. You've got some sort of non-shotgun device, I think. What have you got? Son of a bitch.
From Mike 1.
Right, let's get an outfit. That's a good start. And then, where's that gun he drops? That's a shotgun. Dang it. So, that's the guy who noticed us. He's now going to come over and try and clean up that bod. Now he's gone down too. And he drops an HX7, which is, I believe, a submachine gun. It's not just a assault rifle. So that's cool. That's a good start. Now, we probably don't want to ice them until we're done with anything else that we need to do, just to be on the safe side. Got 2 targets in and around the house. Got a supplier as well. Might still be able to get a silenced SMG to make our lives a bit easier. Whole lot of enforcers on this nighttime variant of the map that we find ourselves on. You've got a regular submachine gun. I didn't realise we had any of those left to get. So we gotta go in loud, basically.
Thank you. You know where I am.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop this lame HX7 that nobody likes, and I'm going to grab the HX3 from Shopkeep. HX10. I know how numbers work. Now, is the mace a large item? It might be. Right, it's target 1. Is actually outdoors here. Having a smoker. And going back indoors, or did I imagine that? Might have imagined that. Where's our seeker?
And I feel like I feel
Good, that's the start.
oh
Now, are you going to go in and have a bomb? Looks like it. Good. What do we have here? Concussion grenade. We'll take that. So we're going to go to the bathroom, yeah? And forces abound.
I'm gonna turn in. You come in or what?
Yep. You go to bed, Armour. We will just scuttle past here. There's our other man, who is not coming in here, thankfully. That door's closed. So we should be able to get our accident done. Good. Now, the safe is upstairs, because of course it is. A second target is there. This lack of silenced SMG is going to mess me up. But maybe it's fine. So there's a man in there watching our safe.
Yo, bodyguard.
Yo.
Please don't.
Yep. You get down. We'll close that. Don't think we need anything from here, do we? Frag grenade. Hackle. This is all stuff we've probably already got back at base. Could potentially SMG this guy. But I'm not sure if that's wise. So let's blow the safe. Because we've still got a target downstairs to deal with. Maybe we will just take care of this guy though. There's no shortage on this map of bodyguards, so we're not leaving ourselves short of targets. Now, down here is nice and quiet now because everyone's gone to bed. So that might mean we can also take out this courier and help ourselves to this box with nothing much. Although it's got fibre wire in it. We've just finished assassination, so we don't need 5 people at this point. But it's fairly quick and quiet. And that's our next man taken out. Now, where is a good spot to eliminate 3 people via SMG? We could potentially do it on the roof, but we could also do it somewhere near our exit. Because we're going to want to bring our briefcase with us. If I'd remembered to bring a gun, that would have been ideal. Because I could have bought a little pocket SMG, and then we wouldn't have to worry about dropping our briefcase on the floor somewhere. But I am foolish and forgot. So here we are. Now, there's going to be ample guards over here for us to take out of view without too much issue, I think. The smart play might be knock out some more guards first and then SMG them all. We're going to pop our briefcase there because no one will see that. And then we're going to get our HX-10 ready. Now, I did see a guard over here somewhere. And there's another. If we stick and move, then we should be alright. We shouldn't need any fancy techniques. They'll know where those shots came from. That guy has definitely heard things.
Come on, come in. You copy?
Yeah, he's found the bod. Down he goes. Objective complete. And we've actually got no one else searching. That's curious. I was expecting more people to come rushing over. But we appear to have got away with everything there. Kind of tempted to go back now and buy the mace just because we can. Because even if it is a large object, it's like the baseball bat in that we can carry it one-handed to the exit. So, yeah. We'll just wait for old Spinny McDoo here to turn around. There he goes. And there we go. We've got our mace. We've got our oil canister still that we didn't end up needing. Serious numbers of enforcers about. But also this guy for some reason. Just a waiter of some sort, just out here fishing on the pier. I guess if you ever need a non-guard outfit, then he's a good bet. Not a whole lot of disguise variety on this map. Although I believe that Kevin Rudd, the creator of the Freelancer Variations mod, does have some plans in the future maybe for a New Zealand beach party level. That'd be fun. So in spite of me forgetting to bring my SMG, that went fairly smoothly. Now, what are we looking at? Collateral firearms, timed disguises, or silent assassin suit only? Silent assassin suit only. I mean, Berlin in general is the best map for that. But we've also got poison emetic and water canister, so it would be a case of emetic the target, follow them to a loo, knock them out, pour the water, electrocute them. I mean, that's going to be the case either way, but a lot of the loos on Berlin aren't particularly subtle, so that's going to be tricky. Whereas on Hokkaido, electrocution kill, no damage, poison emetic. So again, a similar sort of strategy is probably facing us. So maybe we say no to silent assassin and instead we do time to get disguises. Berlin's the best for that, I feel. Perfect shooter. That's fine. So we need 2 items if we're going to get a track kill with the water canister. We need the water canister itself, obviously. But we also need a taser that we can use to set it off. That's one of the downsides to getting the electrocution or the water canister ones. It's not so bad with oil canister because you can set it off with a bullet. And you're always bringing a silenced pistol anyway. So we don't need to bring anything else. I will bring the screwdriver though, because there is a very small chance that our target goes somewhere where there's a natural opportunity, like a water cooler or something. A natural opportunity to get electrocuted. So we'll have a think about that as well. Plus we've also got the possibility that we just knock them out, then we seeker them afterwards to get that challenge done, and then we just pour water on them. So we don't necessarily need to seeker them, then follow them to a loo. And we are in the club, just chilling. Good. Our target is not in the club, they're in the biker's den. Very well. So what's the best way to get to the biker's den without getting in trouble for roaming about without a disguise? It's probably easiest to simply go outside and get the pizza guy outfit, I guess. Now my target is probably going to be fairly isolated from a lot of other people, so we shouldn't need to follow them to a loo. We should be able to just seeker them and then bop them before they go too far. But we'll have to see. What egg is that? A yellow. Is that just a noise distraction? I forget what all the eggs are. Now. You. Who's that guy? Why is he here? Does it matter if that guy is here? Not really. Because we don't need to hide Pizza Guy's bod. We just need to access it temporarily. Oops, we used the other egg. Guess that's fine. Now we're in. So we've got 2 minutes to do the deed. We'll take out the cameras on our way up, because of course we will. It's just the smart move. And then maybe we just carry on up, because he's on the other side. We could get a biker outfit at this point. It's very regular of us to do that though. I'd rather see if we can complete this with just Pizza Guy outfit. There is a biker down there. he our man? There's 2 bikers, and one of them is our man. So let us seeker him.
Oh, something just crawled inside me. God.
Now that one is going to be not a problem. That guy might be a problem. But then again, yeah, we should be fine. We'll just bring you over there a bit. We'll pour some water next to you. Nice little puddle, which will then put you in. Yep, that looks promising. And now, we did remember to bring the remote taser, didn't we? We did. Good. So this should be this. Excellent. And that is everything complete. Now, can we get back out in our pizza guy outfit without getting into trouble? That flight of stairs leads down to where a bunch of bikers sort of hang out. But none of them appear to be looking in our general direction right now. So I guess we just slip past them all. We could find our supplier though. Yeah. The water canister can be openly carried because it's not an illegal item. So we could buy a gun, leave it in its briefcase, and just carry the canister around instead. Where is our supplier? They are in the club on the other side. We could just buy things that don't need to go in a briefcase, but let's buy a sniper rifle. And some other guns.
Good choice. You know where I am if you need more.
And have we got the sniper rifle in the briefcase we're holding? We have. Good. Now, which way is this leading us? Excellent. Straight back to our Pizzamobile. I suddenly got lost there for a moment. I'm not sure why. But we went the right way. And that's all that counts. So there we go. It's not exactly more difficult to get a kill with electrocution or similar. It's just a bit fiddlier. And also it often costs you an item which you then have to retrieve from the freelance tools case. So there are certainly downsides to having to do this sort of method. Like I mentioned, there are natural opportunities, like where people stand next to a plug socket or where they've got a water cooler, but they're not always available. So you do often have to bring tools to get these challenges complete. Now, 3 of these we can't really do. We can't really do any of these. This is another downside, is we've only got 1 target and we've got electrocution kill, so that rules out ice pick and headshot. And because of the nature of electrocution, where we're probably going to have to knock someone out, and then we're going to have to put the water down and then tase them. That kind of means that we can't do eliminate going to a meeting either. Unless we know exactly where they're standing at any given point, and then we rush ahead of them, pour some water, and then drop a taser. But then they'll see the taser, and they'll go and fetch a guard or similar, and so that generally won't work. So this is a downside to Eco Crime already. If I was just playing for the money, I would take Ice Pick or Headshot Kill Legendary here. But because we are focusing on the Eco Crime side of things for this series of challenges, I'm going to take Heading for a Meeting, even though I know it's not going to happen. So as before, we'll bring the water canister, we'll bring a remote micro taser, and we'll bring the Seeker. We could bring the screwdriver, because it will allow us to, say, mess with plug sockets, and it'll allow us to puncture water coolers and such. But then again, you can also do that with a bullet, so it's not entirely necessary. Suppose we could also bring the remote emetic gas device, because we can slip that into our briefcase and do the old fire in a box trick. So if our target's in public, we can still emetic them without too much issue. Right, we're in the sauna. We are looking for a bookworm smoker. with brown hair, no hat, glasses. Hopefully they're generally in a public area. Let's see. Although it looks as though a few of them are hanging around downstairs. Which might not make life easy. It might be patient 0 that we're on. Things are getting loose deep in the hospital. Right, you're a smoker, but you're on the other side of a wall, so I can't really identify you. We are going to need some sort of staff outfit, I think. Because it looks as though everyone's roaming about in the lower sections. And we can't do a lot of climbing because we've got our briefcase with our water canister. Which is another downside to water canisters and oil canisters. So it leaves me kind of at a loss of where we want to go. Because my preferred route would be to come up here and climb down a pipe. But even if we take our device out of the briefcase, we can't bring it with us because it's not a gun, so we can't just stick it on our back. I suppose we can go back to the sauna, because there's normally an easy guard outfit available over there. I assume that the guard is going to patrol in and out of here like they do on every other version of Hokkaido. Don't see them hanging about though. I don't know if the general resort staff outfit will allow us through there. Got yoga teacher out here though, but it's not exactly easy to take his outfit when he's surrounded by witnesses. But yeah, not seeing any guards, so maybe we have to get this resort staff guy. Now, will your outfit let us through that door?
Hello there.
Doesn't look like it. But this room, at least, is empty on this version of the map. So you sit in there. We grab our briefcase, and at least we can make some progress on locating our targets. Well, there's one of them up here now. Or are they... No, they're still outside, over there. Now they've slipped back inside, so we can't really see them. So yeah, the hospital area may well be our destination. Step 1, get backstage, which we can do here. And there's a suspect. You've got a hat. You're off the list. Although, are you going to go through this door?
How you been?
Good. We're not allowed in here. But this guy has saved us the hassle of trying to find an outfit that will let us in. And who have we got in there? We've got a morgue doctor, as well as the bodyguard. Okay. Didn't really want 2 people in here. Don't have any choice in the matter. There's another target who's got red hair. And they're coming through. So this might not be the most subtle place to knock people out and get disguises. Now, are you having a meeting out there? Or are you just chilling? You're having a meeting. Now that guy... Are you having a meeting? That guy fits the bill. He's got glasses, earrings, necklace and brown hair.
Hi, good to see you.
We've got an assassin that belongs to one of them.
Ahead. Don't disappoint me. You know the cost, okay? I'll see you around.
Sounds good. Bye.
Guess because we know it's one of 2 now, we could just seek them both and see which one pops the challenge. Yeah, everyone's filing out there now. That guy can probably see in this room. So yeah, there's a lot of potential witnesses if I start bonking folks. And yeah, people have noticed what's going on. Lookout alerted. Heck.
Zulu, over. Some nutter is blocking.
You need to hurry. The target is trying to escape.
What the hell is that? Help me, somebody! Please
Right.
kill this maniac! He's onto me!
It's you, isn't it? It's got to be you. Right. Hopefully it's you. Target. Doesn't appear to now be heading for an exit because the number is gone. So I think it's this guy. We'll just take a moment to put away our thing and drag him over there. Now, where is our device? There it is. So we'll drop that on the floor. We could also secret him, actually, whilst we're here. Okay, maybe it's not this guy. Oh, it is. Okay, for some reason the seeker didn't work. Normally you can seeker unconscious targets. And you'll still get the credit for it. But that dart is clearly in that guy's back. And we didn't get the credit for poison target emetic. So, not sure what's going on there exactly. We're compromised for a moment, but now we're merely hunted again. And now it's just a case of finding our way to an exit. So we've lost perfect, which we were going to do. But given as we alerted a lookout, taking 2 out of 4 challenges complete, I'm happy enough with that. Don't think we'll push our luck and go and find the supplier once again. We'll just stroll up the mountain and then I think we can leave via the mountain on this version of the map. Looks like we can. So yeah, we're beginning to see the complications now that oil and water canisters can lead to. We're beginning to see the potential problems with the eco-crime syndicate. But we won, and that's the main thing. Now, have we run out of common items? No, still got a sniper rifle, so no 10,000 for us. Sad times. But we can at least get back on Microtaser. And let's see what level 2 has to offer. The fertilizer. And we got 4 new levels. That's good. Bit of variety is always welcome. And scale is the alerted map. Shame. I do like scale. And we're looking at very similar challenges to last time. We got trap water there. We've got eliminate guards SMG. We do have a burning one there though in Dubai. And then we've got an electrocution in Paris. And a burning in scale. Dubai for a showdown maybe? How is it for toilets? Because then we can emetic someone, take them to a loo, and then light them on fire. Maybe. Maybe we start with alerted scale. Let's see how we get on. Take no damage. Burning accident and poison emetic. We've got 3 targets, so we can also just take a kill challenge like Katana. So we'll bring our blade. We'll bring a pistol. Our oil canister, which we don't necessarily need, because it's just burning kill accident. So if one of our targets happens to hang out by an oil drum, then job's good, really. We got it done. But we will bring the oil canister just to make certain that we do have some way of lighting them aflame. We'll bring the screwdriver just so we've got a sharp item just in case it's required. And let's go see how scale fares today. It's a very vertical map, so I'm not entirely happy with having to bring a briefcase on it. But this is the sitch that we find ourselves in. So it is what it is, basically. Until we've used our oil canister, at least, we are going to need to carry it about. Now, all 3 of our targets are fairly high up, but getting a disguise of some sort would be a good start point. So we've got an easy one in here. we're now palace staff. Probably won't get us all the way to where our targets are. But at the very least, it's a civilian outfit that leaves us not alerting them to our presence. Now, I've got one just up there somewhere. It looks like a custodian of some sort. And then, let's see. Yeah, they're in the chapel. We pretty much know how to get to them. Then we've got another one near the old oak tree. And one in the raider room, perhaps. So, maybe we go this way.
Get out of my face, you waiter. Stop wasting my time. Move
Okay,
on.
this outfit doesn't allow us past there. Very well. We have other ways of getting to the crypt. Again, this outfit might not allow us to get there, but that's fine. Yeah, we're trespassing in here as a waiter. You saw nothing. Go back to smoking. We could potentially just get a guard outfit just for ease of travel. That's the thing, isn't it, with alerted maps? Do you want the guard outfits that let you get about the place and carry guns? Or do you want the civilian outfit so you don't immediately alert your targets? I mean, we often sneak up on our targets anyway, so maybe we just get a guard outfit. We could clean up that mess, but I don't feel like it. Doesn't really matter if anyone comes through there. Trying to find a way up to the chapel though without having to lob our briefcase about. I think the only way is up these stairs. But now that we're in a different outfit, that's fine. This room contains no guards on this version. This room contains a couple. And a custodian. But who's really going to care if we start icing people in this room? I don't think anyone will.
Wow. Hey, would you mind? Check it out.
Understood.
Yeah, you go check that out. He's going to walk over there. So you get in a box before your friend turns around. And we should be good. We can now safely dispose of this lab. Body found. Who found the body? Did someone out there see that? Maybe. Either way, a body has been found.
No way.
It's not perfect. I'm curious to see where the search has come from.
Big, thank fuck.
Is anyone rushing to deal with this bod? Another body found down below. So are they working their way through the downstairs bit to come up here and find this body? Maybe. There's a guy. So who saw that bod? It's like by the time he got up here to investigate the scene of the crime, it had already been long enough after being alerted that he was no longer that fussed. But now he's going to go and bag and tag, perhaps. Except now he's not, because he's also dead. So that makes me think someone downstairs saw it through the floor or something. I suppose we can clean up our mess. You're not going to complain too much, are you? Now there is a possibility if someone did see it through the floor that they're going to see this as well. But we appear to have got away with that. Good. So now we've got a civilian outfit for up here if we need it. And our cameras are destroyed. And was that a castle key? It was. A chapel key. Good. So there's our man. We're trespassing in there, but we wouldn't be as a custodian. But we might then be suspicious to those people anyway because they are custodians. And that's often how these outfits work. And there is an elusive target as well. Is anyone's hearing good enough to hear that? It seems not. So how are we going to deal with this custodian? Maybe he's a target for Seeker. We've got 3 targets and we've got 2 Seeker shots. So let's burn one on this guy and see where he goes. We should, in theory, in this outfit, be able to follow him if he goes somewhere. But he's coming our way, which is actually perfect. So down he goes. And because burning is a trickier kill in general than some of the others, I'd normally go for the prestige kill first, just because it's generally worth doing. But we're not going to do that now because burning is more fiddly to set up. So we're going to drag him over to this bit. Now he's on a wooden floor, so it's possible that our bullets will not cause him to become a flame. But I've got a solution for that if that is the case. Let's find out how flammable this floor is. Okay, no, that's fine. It works. Made a very loud noise in the process, but it worked. So target 2 is probably achievable in this outfit. It's a strong outfit. I like it. I use it fairly regularly. Because this room is generally a good spot to hang out in. We can easily slip through and access a lot of other places from here. We just got 1 raider to worry about. And possibly 1 elite guard upstairs. You notice how there are some spots here with water and plug sockets, so there are natural opportunities on a lot of the levels for these accident kills that we're looking for. There's just not enough of them to rely on them in Freelancer. Because your target could be anyone, anywhere. Not strictly true, but your target could be one of a large number of people. So the odds of getting someone who is in the right place for the specific accident kill you need, pretty slim. Now, you're a new guy who's been added to this area. You're not normally here. That elite guard upstairs who sometimes looks out the window is not facing the right way. So we'll take you down. You'll probably be spotted because there is an elite guard in there who does come back and look out that window. So you are going to get spotted at some point, but we're away, so it doesn't matter. There's the raider room. There's our target. He is standing outside the raider room, so that's kind of okay. We might need to knock this woman out and potentially throw her out of a window. I'm not sure, because there is a guard out there. But maybe we can lure that guard in here by leaving her lying there. Because we can't just shoot that guy from here. That's not going to work for anyone. We could potentially shoot him from somewhere else though. Let's see, he's just standing in the doorway like a knobhead. Can we do anything about him from in here? Because we can sidle across this. And then can we see him? Oops. I've accidentally walked into the room. Didn't want to do that. Right, we can't cross over. That actually might have worked though. It's V that I wanted to press, not Yeah, but that's not working. But it did seem as though we were okay in here. Yeah, how did we get away with that? These raiders are the worst. So he's going to head off, and there are ample toilets around here, so we should be able to get a drown. And you just have a face full of bog water. Lovely. Drink it in, man. And there we go. The deeds have been done. Now we just need to find our way to an exit without getting into too much trouble on our way. So in theory, that's just a case of going down the stairs and out. In practice, we might run into the Super Enforcer, who just opens fire on anyone the minute he sees them. There he is. Something about this guy's AI. He doesn't just act all suspicious. The minute he sees you, he just opens fire. He's a very angry man. Now, there's a safe, actually, and it's in a security room. So maybe we pop back up and grab...
Sir, I'm sorry. This
Okay.
is a restricted area.
That's a restricted area. Curses. I wanted to pop back up and grab the raider outfit because of the security room that's got a safe in it, but alas, we've buggered that. Unless we climb up, perhaps. It's going to look a little less like an accident if he's got no pants on. But drowning in a toilet already doesn't look much like an accident, so what can we do? Just move on with our lives is the answer. Now, nobody out here recognises us because we are a raider and not a regular Securo man. So that should enable us to get about and do our deeds without too much problem. Okay, that guy would recognise us. But we're too fast for him. Now, we don't appear to have any items out here. So maybe all three of them are just in the security room. Yeah, two in quick succession there, that's grand. Third one is just on the other side of the room. So yeah, easiest safe in the world. You could learn from this, Ambrose. Of course, now we need to actually locate the dang thing. It's over there, okay. So, who's watching us right now? No one? There's one man who's kind of facing us, maybe. And there he goes. And there's our mercers. Now, where's our supplier is the next question. They're in that little room in the Patrons Lounge. So, 23,000. It's probably enough to warrant going and saying hello to them. Got a rare pistol that's a bit crap. Do we have any sort of shuriken back at base? I'm not certain we do, you know, so we'll buy that. And we'll buy the DAC silence gun, I think. And we'll happily carry it on our back as we escape the level. It's a stylish gun. It's very important to have a stylish gun so that all the fellow guards can just be like, nice gun. I feel like I generally like scale a bit more than the average person. And once again, it's been kind to us today, so nothing changes there, I guess. Now maybe we can get back our breaching charge? Nope, it's not showed up today. We got Prox Micro instead. But breaching charge is now the only thing missing from the left crate. A few poisons missing from the right, but who cares about poisons? Not the eco-crime guy. We care about canisters. And we're going to care more about them next time when we continue. So until then, thanks for watching, friends.